There is hope, it must lie with us proles. I recommended reading George Orwell, 1984. In that novel, approximately 85% of the population were the underclass, the proles, and they were kept entertained, distracted from the truth with their football, with their sports, with their gambling, sex, da-da-da. They had all kinds of freedoms. And I've got a couple articles here. One is, first of all, I'm going to read this one, which is from Wikipedia, which actually describes the term prole. The prole is us. I'm one of the proles. But I don't like I'm not particularly fond of the distractions. Not into sports, not into entertainment, really. Pursuit of the truth. And that's what they're afraid of. And they think that we aren't going to organize. That's, and of course they want to keep giving out the government benefits, the food stamps and all of that to keep us proles happy. Well, not questioning, we're able to do what we want to do, but we're kept impoverished. And don't you want something more? Don't you want something better? Don't you want what you want? In this excuse me. Articles from Global Research, and we'll leave the link. It says, may we thus safely conclude that a majority of the population, despite ceaseless propaganda, still recognizes how war remains the supreme crime and the greatest demarcation between master and slave? If there was hope, it must lie in the proles, Orwell wrote, because only there, in those swarming, disregarded masses, 85% of the population of Oceania, could the force to destroy the party ever be generated. That is from Global Research. And it's interesting also where they talk about the proles in Wikipedia, which is I'm not totally fond of, but it tells you what they put out there for the general knowledge. And in fact, this is a perfect example of how the masses are controlled, just like they were in 1984, by controlling the information. Just to read a little bit of this, and this is happening. This is happening. It could very easily be raided by the police and killed, and they would care less. I'm just one of the proles, speaking out, speaking the truth, saying let's do something about this. Let's get together. Let's wake up. Let's look at what the narcissistic psychopaths in our leadership are doing to oppress us. And yet we walk around like sheep, and deep inside we know something's wrong. Deep inside we feel so empty. We're taught not to have hopes and dreams, just to settle for our lot in life. I want more than that. I'm going to quote The thought police plant agents among the proles to spread false rumors and mark down or eliminate any individuals deemed capable of causing trouble. Conspiracy theorists. Prole quarters consist of rundown apartment buildings, shops, and pubs. Though trade between outer party members and proles is nominally prohibited, all party members, as proles, participate, as proles are the only source for certain minor necessities. Interesting. Perhaps, getting some organic food that the members of the higher upper party have. There's those of us that live in poverty, and we can be quite resourceful. Anyway, so the hopes and dreams, proles and the hope of revolution. Will Smith's in the novel, internal conflicts, form a recurring theme in the novel. His hope for an eventual uprising by the proles, and his understanding that they would or could not. In Winston's words, proles remained human, i.e., they preserved the essence of life, human emotions. The view is challenged by O'Brien, and he says, any prole suspected of independent thought is simply marked down by the thought police to be killed, further decreasing the possibility of revolution. None of the characters suggest the party could collapse internally due to the absolute control it exerts over the lives and the emotions of its members. I'm standing up. I'm standing up to you, narcissists. I have had it. I am not going to be oppressed. I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm calling you on it. I'm calling all of you selfish people out. You're done. Period. Join me. Peace and love, everyone.